It's good to have you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. What is your reaction and the impact to this squashing of Parler?
Well, thank you for having me on. Well, it's devastating, is what it is, and it's an assault on everybody. I mean, they all worked together to make sure at the same time we would lose access to not only our apps, but they're actually shutting all of our servers off tonight, off the internet. So they made an attempt to not only kill the apps, but to actually destroy the entire company. And it's not just these three companies. Every vendor, from text message services to email providers to our lawyers, all ditched us too on the same day. And they're trying to falsely claim that we were somehow responsible for the events that occurred on the 6th.
This is absolutely extraordinary that you see this coordinated effort on the same day that the president is banned on Twitter. You've got Google and Instagram removing Parler, and now last night late, Apple removes Parler as well. What are you going to do? John, can this put you out of business?
Oh, I mean, it would put anybody out of business. I mean, they could destroy anybody. If they did this to any app, any company, it would completely destroy them. And we're going to try our best, to get back online as quickly as possible, but we're having a lot of trouble because every vendor we talk to, says they won't work with us because if the Apple doesn't approve and Google doesn't approve, they won't. And they've given us no legitimate remedy. They've tried to, ask us for, to cooperate with them on a few things. We've tried to give them everything that they wanted, of course, without sacrificing our principles, but there were remedies to do it, and they just don't care. They just don't want us on the internet. They just want to get rid of us.
So what is the reason that they are saying that they want you out? I mean, I know that the company has been incredibly successful, as many people have called out social media for censorship, for censoring news. Twitter would not run the Hunter Biden story during an election. They locked out the New York Post from Twitter. Google has created algorithms potentially that will also censor information. There's been attacks on Parler because of your open free speech approach. What is the reason that they're giving you for shutting you down?
Well, like I said, they claim that we somehow were responsible for the what they call the insurrection on the 6th, which, we've never allowed violence. We've never allowed any of this stuff on our platform. And we don't even have a way to coordinate an event on our platform. So they somehow want to make us responsible. And this seems to me like an excuse to just basically eliminate free speech at a convenient time, for them. It does, because, we've grown so much. We were #1 on the App Store the day that we were, removed for quote-unquote violence, and the same day that horrible violence was trending on Twitter. And so it's an obvious double standard. It's obvious collusion, and they're doing it, to stifle free speech and competition in the marketplace. And this could happen to literally anybody.
This is unbelievable. And I know that as the lead up to this, President Trump was saying that these companies are way too powerful, and he wanted to find a way to roll back Section 230, which, of course, gives them immunity from any lawsuit. It protects them, their liability. And all throughout that, you said, no, we shouldn't pull back Section 230. It would hurt everybody. And now we see how powerful these companies truly are, John.
Yes, and it was actually about a week or two ago that we actually changed our stance on 230 due to some new knowledge that we had from our legal team, who actually just fired us over this too. So I totally see the danger here. I mean, what they're doing and the amount of power they have is not just frightening. It's actually extremely scary.
So you're saying it's not just Apple taking you off the App Store. There's also movement to just shut down your servers, pretty much shut you down.
Yes. Amazon is the largest cloud storage vendor in the world, and we use them to host our servers, hundreds of servers. And they gave us they said, you have 24 hours to get all of your data and to find new servers. So, where are you going to find 300 to 500 servers in a 24-hour window, and how can you send all of the data from everybody out to them in a 24-hour period? It's an impossible feat that, we're going to handle as best we can to get back online as quickly as possible. But, there's just some things that are almost basically impossible.
Unbelievable. John Matze, we'll be following the story. We're going to see you this upcoming week on Mornings with Maria. I am back in the chair on Mornings with Maria on Fox Business. We'll talk to you then. Thanks so much, John Matze, for joining us. We, of course, will continue covering this critical story.